You know that feeling when you want to approach a girl, but your body just freezes, your mind races, your heart pounds, and by the time you snap out of it, the moment's gone. Most guys miss opportunities like this all the time, but there's actually science behind attraction. And in today's video, you're going to learn the fundamentals of flirting and how to use them to become more confident and naturally attractive. You know that moment? You rehearse everything in your head. You've got the perfect line, you walk up to her, and game over. Your body ruins everything. Closed off shoulders, avoiding eye contact. The posture of someone who doesn't feel like they belong there. You could have the most interesting thing to say in the world, but if your body is screaming insecurity, the conversation dies before it even starts. The truth is, non-verbal communication makes up over 70% of first impressions. Before you even open your mouth, she's already decided whether you're confident or desperate, interesting, or just another guy. And here's the twist, you don't need to be the best looking guy in the room. You need to learn how to make your body work for you. Research by Harvard psychologist Amy Cuddy suggests that expansive postures can increase testosterone and lower cortisol levels in as little as 2 minutes. Your body doesn't just communicate confidence to others, it actually creates confidence within you. And when your body enters this state of presence, the next element becomes inevitable: eye contact. Holding eye contact activates brain regions linked to emotional connection and has been associated with the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Translation: you start creating chemistry before you even say hi. So let's apply this now. Power pose. Before approaching her, open your chest, shoulders back, chin parallel to the floor. 3 to 5 seconds of eye contact. Look into her eyes. Count to 3 in your head. Smile slightly, and only then look away. Don't stare awkwardly, but don't look away immediately either. Subtle mirroring. Pay attention to her body language, and after a few seconds, subtly mirror it. If she tilts her head, you can do the same, just not immediately. This builds rapport without her consciously noticing it. When you master this, you know what happens. She feels more comfortable, more attracted, more open. You communicate that you're someone who values themselves, who has presence. People around you notice your different energy. Like when you see someone walk into a place and everyone looks, that's what you're going to create. But body language is just the beginning, because after you've captured her attention, you need to maintain it using something even more powerful. Don't go anywhere, or you'll miss the art of creating real connection through conversation, transforming small talks with her into moments she won't forget. How many times have you started a conversation with, "Hey, how's it going?" and gotten a quick "good," followed by that awkward silence? You try to recover by asking, "What do you do?" She gives you a generic answer, and that's it. Elevator small talk going nowhere. The problem isn't that you don't have anything to say. The problem is you're asking the same questions everyone else asks. The difference between the guy she forgets in 5 minutes and the guy she talks about to her friends later comes down to the kind of conversation you create. It's not about the number of words, it's about the quality behind them. Psychologist Arthur Aaron developed the well-known study behind the 36 questions to fall in love. The key insight: shallow questions keep conversations on autopilot. Questions that tap into emotions, dreams, and personal experiences activate the limbic system, the part of the brain associated with emotional memory and deep bonding. What does that mean for you? You become memorable. Next time you get the chance, start applying these principles. Replace obvious questions with curious ones. Instead of "what do you do?" ask, "If money weren't an issue, what would you be doing right now?" Instead of "where are you from?" ask, "What's a place you've always dreamed of visiting?" Feel the difference? One feels like an interview, the other feels like exploration. Use the "tell me more" technique. When she shares something even slightly interesting, don't pivot away. Go deeper. She says she loves traveling. Tell me more. What's the craziest experience you've had on a trip? Share some vulnerability. Don't just fire off questions like an interviewer. When she opens up about something, respond with a related experience of your own. Now, with a layer of honesty. She mentions a problem at work. You might say, "I get that. Last month I went through something similar that made me question whether I was on the right path." That kind of exchange builds mutual depth. Use observation plus curiosity. Notice something specific about her. A unique accessory, the way she tells a story, a particular reaction, and express genuine curiosity. People love when you notice details others overlook. When you do this, the conversation stops being just an exchange of information and becomes a shared experience. She walks away thinking, wow, that was different. He actually listened. I felt understood. That's how you create a moment that stands out in the middle of all the generic interactions she has every day. Now that you know how to build connection through conversation, there's one final ingredient that separates friendship from attraction. But before we move on, if you're enjoying the content, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps me keep creating more content like this for you. You know that feeling? The conversation is amazing. She's laughing at everything. You connected. And in the end, you leave as the nice guy she met today. Total frustration. The truth is, most guys are terrified of showing romantic interest because they think it'll ruin everything or they'll get rejected on the spot. So they stay stuck in this limbo. Great conversation, zero tension, zero progress. And here's the thing. You don't want to be the invasive guy who turns everything sexual, but you also don't want to be her free therapy session. There's a middle ground. That's where the magic happens. The secret isn't to be bolder. The secret is to communicate your intent in a calibrated way. Because here's the reality. If you don't show romantic interest, she's not going to assume it's there. Researchers in interpersonal attraction suggest that effective flirting tends to combine three elements: genuine compliments, light teasing, and appropriate physical contact. When these are calibrated well, she understands your interest without feeling pressured or uncomfortable. So let's make this practical. Start with specific compliments. Avoid the generic "you're beautiful" she's heard 100 times. Be specific. I love how you light up when you talk about that. It's contagious. Or, you have a unique way of looking at things. I really like that. It feels different, it feels intentional, and it shows you're paying attention to her as a person, not just her appearance. Use light teasing with a smile. Once the vibe feels comfortable, introduce playful teasing. Nothing offensive, nothing aggressive. If she tells a story, you might say, "I don't know if I believe that. You seem a little too creative." With a smile, it creates playful tension, not conflict, but chemistry. The key is tone. It should always feel light and fun. Introduce subtle touch, then calibrate. Start with brief, natural touches, like lightly tapping her arm to emphasize a point. If she responds positively, you can gradually reduce physical distance or briefly touch her shoulder when she laughs. Let your behavior signal your interest first, and if the moment feels right, express it clearly and simply. I'm really enjoying this conversation, and not just as a friend. How about we continue it Saturday afternoon over a cup of coffee? Direct, calm, confident. When you do this, two things happen. First, she knows you're romantically interested. Second, you immediately set yourself apart from the 95% of guys who stay on the fence out of fear. You show confidence and respect at the same time. An incredibly attractive combination. But understand this, flirting is a skill. It takes practice. It won't be perfect at first. Sometimes you'll freeze. Sometimes you'll say the wrong thing. That's part of the process. What matters is that you keep showing up and improving. Think of it as gaining XP and leveling up with every interaction. And if you want to go deeper into this, the video on your screen right now will show you how to get a girlfriend in 4 clear steps. You're in control, you're the main character. I'll see you in the next video. Let's go.